might be wondering what there is to draw during a staycation. Well, like all urban sketchers, I like to draw highlights of my life. During the summer, my missus and I decided to celebrate our wedding anniversary with a nice, relaxing break for a few days. The Island Shangri-La was our pick because first, this is a celebration and meant to be a treat. The hotel is located in the Admiralty District on Hong Kong Island. Until the pandemic, it never occurred to us to stay in this area as home is just a short ride away. In fact, I did feel a little strange to pack our suitcase, hop in a cab, and get off a scat 15 minutes later. But you know what? I'm glad we did because it really felt like a true departure from our usual world. And that is what a staycation is all about. Well, it's a great start anyway. We got a Horizon Harbor View room, which allowed us to check in at the Horizon Club on the 56th floor. The warm, friendly staff took care of us really quickly, and before we knew it, we were shown to our room, and our luggage had already arrived before us. Let me show you around. At 44 square meters or 479 square feet, the Horizon Harbor View room is a splurge that I can recommend if you'd like a really good sized room that doesn't just have size in its favor but thoughtful design as well. Here's something all hotels need to implement. We loved that in-room tap with both hot and cold water on demand. And finally, it's impossible not to notice the panoramic views once you step into the main area of the bedroom. And to have one that is so unobstructed in the middle of Hong Kong is an amazing treat. When it comes to deciding to draw anything, I guess it comes down to what you want to remember. I mean, urban sketching helps me to anchor memories, especially the good stuff. So this being a special occasion, I wanted to capture our favorite bits of our stay, even if we spent most of our time in a room. What makes the room special? What makes any trip special? That's what you want to draw when you're drawing your life through open sketching. As soon as we entered the main space, I noticed also the little finger food. Such a nice presentation. That's a great way to start things off. And as the missus started unpacking her stuff, I drew this little piece as a little warm-up. Believe it or not, my next piece was of the bathroom, which is separate from the toilet. This bathroom ranks as one of our all-time favorites. I started standing in the doorway and I was trying to figure out how to do this because I wanted to do one panoramic piece which covered the entire space and included all the details of little things that I really liked in this bathroom. What I did was to lay down a few guidelines, this is what you see here in blue, before diving into the main line work. This allows me to decide, okay, these are the main points I need to hit, and gives me an idea how I want to use the space. Maybe at some point we want to redo our bathroom, and there were a lot of great design takeaways here to remember. And that for me is as good a reason as any to draw a really memorable bathroom. Everything was just laid out within easy reach. We'd been told that the team that designed this bathroom set it up and they would get different members of the staff to try it out. Every now and then they would change things up, and this really led to a very, very instinctive design, I thought. And that was my main takeaway because you put your toothbrush down, you want to reach up, you want to grab something. Everything was where you would want it to be. Hooks where you would need them. Counter space, shelving. It was so well designed. And as you'll see towards the end of the drawing, I actually did like little arrows to point out and annotate what I really liked about this bathroom. Sometime during our second day, I decided I wanted to draw the main bedroom space as well. Now, I often wake up earlier than my wife, and instead of getting out of bed immediately one morning, I thought, okay, I'm going to start by drawing the scene. My iPad was next to me, The other design detail that I really appreciated was that a console was built into each bedside table. In this room, both sides have full control of everything. If she was watching TV and she wanted to turn the lights off and I'd already gone to sleep, she could do that. And when I woke up early, I wanted to open the blinds just a little to check the weather and allow just a little bit of light in so that I could draw. I could do that. That's amazing. And also, being a gadget freak, I usually travel with a power strip so that I can charge everything. But here, there are USB-A ports, there are USB-C ports, there are power ports. You open up the drawer next to the bedside table and there's a wireless charger. They thought of everything. And for all of those of you who need Wi-Fi, I am happy to tell you that it was really, really fast and complimentary. So if you're staying in the Horizon Harborview room, you also get to choose where you want to have breakfast. You could do it at Petrus, which is this lovely French restaurant on the club floor. Or you could go down to Cafe 2. Because we stayed for 3 nights, we tried both. Now if you preferred to dine quietly, Petrus is the choice for you. You even get a choice of a continental breakfast or a Japanese style one in addition to the buffet spread that they have there. But if you're a fan of lots and lots of options and more than enough to try every single breakfast, then you've got to go for breakfast at Cafe 2 on the 2nd floor. We had 2 particularly remarkable meals during our stay in the restaurants at the Island Shangri-La. The first night we had dinner at the Lobster Bar, and while everything was delicious, I have to tell you hands down, get the lobster thermidor. On our second day, we had lunch with a really good friend at Petrus, the French restaurant on the 56th floor, and that also gives you an amazing view of the harbor and the city. But I tell you, that meal was something else. What you come for is the talented chef with Michelin stars under his belt, Uwe Opochensky. I hope I'm saying his name right. He created such delights. I admit to just spacing out on conversations and missing whole chunks because I was just feasting my eyes on his culinary presentations. And yes, I did draw some of the dishes. Sketches out there, would you be able to resist this stunning display? I mean, trust me, everything tasted as good as it looked. One thing that I've started to love after taking up urban sketching is drawing city skylines. It's a great way to remember what I was looking at, especially when I spend so much time just staring out the window. So as soon as I saw this view, I knew that I wanted to draw it. With all the rain throughout our trip though, visibility changed all the time. So what would happen is I would start drawing, and then when what I was drawing disappeared, I would take it as a time for a break, maybe. And another afternoon, I would try again. The skies were really dramatic, you could say. I mean, we had rainstorms every day, the view was changing all the time. One afternoon, as the clouds rolled in, I knew it was gonna really pour down, so I thought, okay, I'm gonna try a really watery, impressionistic piece, and this is all I managed to get before the view we just got hit by this cloud out, white out. Most of my time was spent doing this line work panorama, and as I wasn't able to draw the entire view, or all of the view that I wanted, I actually did part of it in the Horizon Club. So I spent an afternoon in the Horizon Club, weather was kind of okay that day, did that part of the city, and then back in the room over a couple of days. As the view changed all the time and visibility changed all the time, then I creatively connected the 2 views using 2 different layers. Thank you so much for watching right up to the end. I hope you enjoyed that, and I hope that you found something useful that you could take into your sketching journey, wherever that may be. Have fun, keep on sketching. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and consider hitting that bell. See you in the next video.